home bosses, welcome again to my channel. Thank you for being here with me. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a really easy planner with Canva. It really couldn't be easier. Let me show you how. So let's go straight into the tutorial and then we'll talk again after. So let me show you quickly how you can make a planner on Canva. And it's so easy. So you go on canva.com and we just type in planner into the search bar. And then what is really good about Canva is they've got a lot of templates that you can use, and all you have to do is adapt them a little bit. So have a look. There's so many lovely planners. There's a weekly chart. There's a weekly schedule. There's a daily agenda. What else is there? Skills, pay the bills. There's my personal planner, my daily planner. Let's have a look. I quite like this daily planner here, so I click on that. Let's load this up. And there is your planner page. So now all you have to do is just to change the design so that you don't have the same planner as somebody else. So all I suggest really is you change the colors first of all. So because we're doing the interior and the interior is going to be black and white, the only thing we can do is really change this to a very light grey. So we can do that. And then what I would also do is I would change the font. So this one is called Playlist Script. And we can use any nice font, for example, maybe this one if we want something a little bit more like a calligraphy font, or maybe this one. Or you can make it really modern and use something like Amatic SC. You could also use something very business-like, for example, just any of the really simple fonts like Arimo. I use that quite often when I just want a very simple font. So I think I will stick with Charm. That's quite a nice font. And then all you have to do is really change all these things here. So for example, you can leave this as today's task, but maybe you want to make this today's goals. So you could change that. Let's have a look. So we can change the headings. And I quite like that it's got these little squares where you can tick off your goals, or this could be your to-do list as well, so that you can tick things off. So, and then reminders and notes at the bottom. So this is really your planner already ready to go. Oh, I just saw I would probably get rid of the date because it's better to have something undated, but you could have something like date and then people can fill in their own date there. So, and that is your planner ready. So you can change the headline as well if you want to call it something else. You could call it my planner, my goal planner, my whatever planner you want to create, my business planner, my small business planner, or if you want to target a particular business. So you could have my salon planner, my pet grooming planner. You can target different businesses as well. But I think it looks quite nice as a personal planner, and just keep everything very general so that anybody can use this. And then all you have to do is repeat the pages. So you just press duplicate and you do that as many times as you want to create maybe 100 pages or less. Canva only goes up to 100 pages. So if you want more than 100 pages, you can use something like I Love PDF, which is a site that I use, and you can just make it in 2 parts on Canva and then combine them in I Love PDF. That is one way to do it, but you can also put other pages between this. So you can still go on this part here where you've got more templates, and you can add a nice template if you want to. So you could have, for example, let's see if we can find something to match. You could add a weekly schedule. So we click on that and then we say add as new page. We don't want to replace the current page, we want to add it. So now you can see you've got your planner pages and then you have a weekly schedule, and you could have 7 daily planner pages and then a summary weekly schedule, and all you have to do is click on this background again and just change the colors to make them grayscale. So in this case it means you have to change each individual color, but you can do that very simply just by using different shades of gray like this. And let's have a look, another gray, maybe this one. I think they're both the same. Let's create another one. So now you have all different grays, and I think this is a repeated pattern. So I'm not quite sure why they all haven't changed. We do the same here, just change all the colors to different shades of gray. And I think there's a background. Yep, so the background has to be grey or white. Let's leave it white. And let's delete this and then just duplicate. Let's delete this and then just duplicate this one here and put that behind this page. We send it backwards. So now we've changed the background to make it grayscale. Now this part here is not quite white, so we can either make it a very light grey, or we could also make it white. So we can even make it 2 different colors. Like that. So we can make that all white. So now you have a day planner and a weekly schedule, and what I would say to you is don't forget to make the fonts the same so that the planner looks like it's one planner. So whatever font you used here, which is the Charm font, we want to repeat it here. So then we go and click Charm, and we do the same for these fonts here. So that's Glacial Indifference. So we click on Glacial Indifference here, just so that they're all the same. And we click off the italics. So just make sure that all the fonts are the same. And I'll just quickly do that and come back to the video when I've finished. So now we have changed the fonts, we have made sure that all the fonts are the same in each page and that the sizes are more or less the same as well. So now you have a weekly schedule. Now you can add 7 more pages of the day planner, and the way to do that is to click duplicate and then you send it down. You press this little arrow and it sends it down so that the page is after the weekly schedule, and then you can add 6 more pages so that you have got the 7-day weekly day planner pages, and then add another weekly schedule and then make enough to last for the whole year. That is one way to do it, but like I said, you can use so many of these templates and just make them grayscale, just change the font. You could even change the background in these. For example, you don't have to have these flowers in the background. You could just leave it white like it is now, or you could just choose a nice background that you can sort of change the colors on, or use a black and white photo. Let's have a look what we could do here. So let's just type in black and white photo. Let's see if there's anything suitable. This one's quite a good one with all the clocks. Let's see what that would look like if we put this photo in the background. Always check that the photo has got a license that you can use. If I hover over the photo here, you can see it says free. So this is okay to use on Canva. I always stay away from the ones that have a little crown, like for example this one here, where it says Pro. And I know I've got a Pro subscription, but even so I don't use them because I'm not quite sure what the license terms are. But I'm absolutely safe using these free ones, and there's so many photos that are free on Canva that I'm happy to use those instead of the Pro version ones. So now we have to send this photo into the background. Let's do that. There we are. So now we could have that as another page, or if you think this picture is too busy, you can change that and just have maybe do the background in grey. Let's have a look how that would look. And maybe make this one a little bit darker. Maybe too dark. There we are. This is better. So you could just keep it very plain. I quite like this because it matches this one better than the flowers and the photo, but it's just to show you what you can do and how you can transform a template and make a completely different product, because this planner now is a completely different product to the template that we had when we started. So now all that you need to do is to resize it. I think this is something that you can do on Canva Pro, but you can download it as a JPEG, and so you would download it as a JPEG here or as a PNG, and then you can create the size that you want on Canva and just put the JPEG on top and adjust the sizes that way. The other way to do it, if you have the Canva Pro subscription, you click on resize, and then you can tell Canva what size you want to have this in. And if I'm making a 6x9 planner, then I'll just put in my measurements here, and then I would click copy and resize. Let's see. And it's converted my planner to the right size that I want. And if you want to make a larger planner, which is what I usually do, I usually make my planners 8.5 by 11. I realize that 6x9 planners can be a really good idea because some people like to put their planners in their bag or in their, they want to carry it to work or have it on their desk, and then sometimes a smaller planner is better. So it's good to make both sizes, 6x9 and also 8.5 by 11.5. So let's see if we resize this, whether it still looks good in that size. Yes, and it's adapting the design to the different sizes perfectly. So this is how you can make a really quick planner on Canva. So what do you think? Did you find it easy? I told you it was going to be really, really easy. Now, I know that I always tell you don't copy anything, change things so that your interior is completely different, but you can use these templates and it just makes it so much easier. It's another way of making your interiors. I know you can buy a lot of ready-made templates and ready-made interiors, but this is a free way of making them yourself. I can honestly really recommend Canva. I do everything on Canva. I don't use PowerPoint anymore. I can't use Affinity. or Photoshop, because I just never learned how to use them, and I find them really complicated. I don't know about you, but for me, it's too much to learn now to make my books on another software. So forget that. I just use Canva, and that is the easiest way for me to make my interiors and my covers, because I really think that you can do anything on Canva that you can do on any of the other softwares. I know you can do a lot more on Publisher, you can do a lot more on Photoshop. I know that, but Canva is just really good for someone like me who hasn't got any experience in Photoshop or Affinity or any of the other more complicated softwares. So everything works out really well in Canva for me. The quality of the covers is great, and I use it for a lot of other things. I use it for print on demand, for everything that I do when it comes to creating graphics or creating covers, interiors, and so on. So there are two versions of Canva. One is the free version and one is the pro version. I have the pro version, but I'm sure that you can do this on the free version as well. So I think it's a fantastic tool to use. I recommend the pro version as well, because there is a lot more that you can do with the pro version. So I must say that Canva is one of the tools that I really highly recommend, together with Tangent templates and together with Creative Fabrica. That's another one. So I do like to tell you all the tools that I really, really rate and that I really like, and Canva is one of them, definitely. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and that it was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments what you think. I really appreciate any feedback that you can give me on my videos, so that I know whether to continue doing these kind of videos or whether you want me to change and make a different type of video. So as always, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing, because then you can get notifications for any new videos that I bring out. And thank you so much. I see you again soon in my next video. Bye bye.